What's up everyone, my name is Josh and this is Josh Unbox, and welcome back to the Daily Grind, a video series in which we talk about particular cards, strategies, news, and how it affects the sports card market. In other words, kind of a way to help us navigate through the craziness that is the sports card market of today. And today I wanted to talk about baseball. I wanted to bring it back to baseball because we are a few months away, or a couple months away, from the baseball season starting. I think right now, tentatively, it's set to start April 1st. And earlier this month, we saw a slight increase, a slight run up on baseball cards, in particular, Fernando Tatis, Juan Soto, Acuna. We saw those guys' cards go up a little bit. And today I wanted to talk about Fernando Tatis Jr. If you've been watching some of my videos, I'm a big believer in this kid. I've been buying up some of his cards, in particular the 2020 Topps Chrome Sapphire, because I just love the look of that card. And I have a few rookies as well, a Heritage Action Shot rookie, as well as a Topps Flagship card. But today I wanted to give 5 Fernando Tatis PSA 10 rookie cards that are valued at less than $200 or even around $150 or so. You know, with the Topps card reaching up to $240, $250, almost $300, and the Topps Chrome above $300, some of us might not want to buy into a Tatis card at that price. So I wanted to give 5 somewhat affordable options for kind of like a entry level into the baseball card market. You know, this doesn't mean that these cards are gonna increase in value, because a lot of times the market is driven by demand. And you'll see, because I've also pulled up the pop reports of these cards, that the pop reports are pretty low. But that doesn't mean that these cards should be valued higher, right? It's all about demand in this market. And as you see with like the Luka Doncic PSA 10 Prism with over a 10,000 pop report of a PSA 10, and it's still going for a 4-figure number. And you see with Zion's as well, being as high as they are priced, that the market is fueled by demand. So in no way am I saying that these cards are going to increase in value. I mean, these are just cards, nice cards to own if you want to own a Fernando Tatis Jr. card, but you don't want to pay more than $200 for it. I'm going to show you guys 5 cards. What I did is I went ahead and popped up the eBay listings for them. I popped up the last sold. I popped up also what the current prices are for buy it now, with the lowest priced with shipping possible, as well as, like I said earlier, the pop reports, so that you can kind of look and see how much of them there are out there, because a lot of these cards aren't on Card Ladder, and I use Card Ladder. I don't use Market Mover Tools, but I think I might buy into it, but I don't know yet. But you know, a lot of these cards are not on there, so we have to kind of do the legwork ourselves. So I'm gonna go ahead and show the screen, and we're gonna start off by showing first off the Card Ladder for the Tatis Jr. base PSA 10. This is the flagship. And then I'm also going to show the Topps Chrome, just to show you where we're at right now, so we could do a comparison between the two. Obviously, the Topps Chrome and the Topps base flagship cards are probably the most recognizable of all the baseball cards. So we got Tatis here. This is a current value of $245. You can see that earlier this month we started seeing an increase to the point where it reached about at peak $285. And then we started to see it kind of, you know, fizzle a little bit, cool off a little bit. But we're seeing here, it looks like it's another floor. So we're looking on average around $250 for this card. Looking at the Topps Chrome PSA 10, you see that it's reached above the $300 price point. And same thing here, we see the increase, and then we see it kind of mellow out a little bit. So we're looking probably at $300 for this card. Now, like I said, baseball season is about to start. And I think we might have an opportunity here to see this card kind of get another rise right before the season starts, or right around spring training or so. But this is not about the Topps base or the Topps Chrome. We're going to talk about the other cards that I found. So first off, this is one that's pretty affordable. It's the Topps Allen and Ginter Fernando Tatis 2019 PSA 10. You can see your last sold cards. This one was $80 from Burbank Sports Cards. We got one here for $89. This one went for $100. This is the gold version, so that gold went for $199. But if you see just regular base cards, you know, they're pretty affordable. This is before the cards started rising up a little bit, and you can have them for like around $50 or so. But right now you're seeing like around 80 bucks. If you look at the pop report on this card, the pop report's showing up at 507 for a PSA 10, total of 558. So pretty low pop on this end. Here is the current listings with the price plus lowest shipping. So let's look at some PSA 10s. We got one here for $94.99, another one here for $94.95, $100, $99. So this is probably your most affordable option, unless you could find another one. I mean, I just picked these 5 cards here, but this is one that I found to be pretty affordable. You can go through the auctions and try to see if you can get one for less than what the buy it now prices are. And looking at ending here, you got one ending from Probstein in about 6 hours. So by the time you guys watch this video, this will already be gone. But it'd be interesting to see at what price point this card goes. There's a PWCC here ending in 9 days. So, you know, this is a card that's pretty affordable. I think if you want to get into a low level Tatis card, this is probably a pretty good one right here. Next one I wanted to show is this Archives Tatis PSA 10. This one you see here 130. Here's another one here for 94, 100, 91, 135. As we're heading closer to the beginning of the month, you can see 109, 109. So this card is somewhat affordable too compared to the Allen and Ginter. They might be equal in terms of their prices. So if I look at recent listings, we see here for 125, 125, 149. Once again, if you look at the auctions, you could probably get it for a much lower price. Let's go ending soonest. So here we got one that's about to end in a day or so for $91. So I'm assuming it's probably reach $100. We got another one here ending on 5 days for $54. So you could probably get a good price of it in the auctions. Here's the PSA Pop Report. PSA 10 is at 332. Not too bad, you know, still low. These cards are low, so normally when I look at these cards, a low Pop Report, you know, it's a good card to have. Another one here, this is the Topps Heritage. This is one of the cards I talked about not too long ago, earlier this month, about a card that I really liked. At the time when I was looking at it, you could have got it for like around $100, maybe even less than that. But now we're seeing it at $144. We got one here for $135. This one went, oh, this is a stickers insert, so that's not the right one. We got one here that went for $119. So I mean, this card is still somewhat reasonably priced. We got here recent listings and buy it nows are $145, $149, $150, $159. This is probably the more higher in demand of the 5 cards that I'm showing you. A lot of people know about the Topps Heritage set. It does have some legacy to it, so a lot of people are more familiar with the Heritage set versus some of these other ones, versus the Archives and the Allen and Ginter, even though those ones have been around for a while as well. But you can see here the Pop Report here is a lot higher. So there's more of a demand on this card, which is why we see the prices of what they are. Because usually Topps Heritage is one of the lower end sets that are quite affordable. Next up, I wanted to show this Topps Finest. The Topps Finest rookie cards. These ones I think are somewhat reasonably priced as well. So you got some here that ended less than $100. This was $91. This was $88. This one might be even more affordable than the Allen and Ginter or the Archives, because you can probably get these for a good price. And the thing is pretty cool is that you can also get the refractors at a pretty good price as well. You can see here it is numbered at a 250. PSA 10, it sold for $225. We can look at the current listings right now: $125.95, $125, $135, $135.99, $140. I think this card has a lot of room to grow because it's a Finest card, and Finest tends to have some name brand recognition to it, as well as being one of the nicer sets out there. But like I said, when you look at the Pop Report, this is a 574 Pop Report, not too much on it either as a PSA 10. I'm kind of surprised that it's going for the price that it's going for. I think this is actually a pretty good card to buy if you're looking to get into a Fernando Tatis Jr. card. And the last card I want to show you guys is the Bowman Sterling. Once again, this is actually a pretty good set as well. I would hold this and Finest close to each other. This one's going for $120. That went for $120. We got another one here for $125. This one went for $70.99, but this was back in December, so we're just looking at these two. This is $125, and then this is $120. And then current prices show $129 and $145, and then $223, $23. So this card is actually one that you might be able to snag at a good price, and they don't really have that many listings on here for it. Pop Report shows Bowman Sterling at 122 Pop Report. Bowman Sterling is actually a pretty good brand in my opinion. I prefer Bowman Sterling and Finest over some of these other cards that I showed you, over to Heritage, over to Archives, and over to Allen and Ginter. But some pretty affordable Tatis Jr. cards to buy into if you're looking to get into Fernando Tatis. Like I said earlier, I'm a big believer in this kid. I think that he's going to be the face of baseball for quite some time. Between him, Soto, and Acuna, those three will lead the pack for baseball going forward. But I think this guy has so much upside. I'm a huge fan of his. I've been trying to buy more and more of his cards that I can. But look, these are some pretty good affordable options here. And if you want to get into the Fernando Tatis market, these are some good ways to get in. That's about it. Pretty short video, just talking about a player that I really believe in. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys found some value in this. If you guys did, go ahead and hit the like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't yet. And once again, my name is Josh, and I'll see you guys in the next video later.